everybody, and welcome to Vlogmas number 4. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would sit down with my husband and answer a few questions. These are just kind of Christmas related questions, and we will have a Q&A coming up. So be on the lookout for that one. And if you have any questions to ask that you want to ask about us or anything, leave them down in the comments below and we'll make a separate video on that. So I love Christmas. I really love Christmas. I have 4 kids. If you are new to my channel, I have a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 6-year-old. So it's so much fun here. So I thought that we would sit down and answer, there's 5 questions kind of about Christmas and just so you get to know us a little better. So the first question is our favorite Christmas traditions that we do in the family that we started since we've had little kids. So my favorite thing that I do is Christmas Eve, Mrs. Claus comes because, you know, she does a lot of things. I think, honestly, Mrs. Claus does way more than Santa Claus. Right?
Last I checked, Mrs. Claus doesn't get on the peak of the house at 60 feet in the air.
But I mean, she does a lot, right? She does a lot. We're like, it's all about Santa Claus, but like, Mrs. Claus needs her moment too. So when the kids were really little, I thought it would be great to do, like, a lot of people now do Christmas Eve boxes. That wasn't a thing back in the day, or at least I never heard anything about it. So on Christmas Eve, Mrs. Claus would bring PJs and maybe like hot cocoa or something, or maybe a little family gift, and she would bring it on Christmas Eve, and so the PJs and all that stuff would come from Mrs. Claus. So that was the thing that we've kind of made up, that we've done in our house.
And that way you would have fresh PJs for
right,
Christmas
fresh
morning.
PJs for like Christmas morning and stuff, and then, you know, give a little shout out to Mrs. Claus because she's amazing. What about you?
Favorite traditions
That we do. There's a lot. We have a lot.
we do.
We've
we do
acquired a lot during, you know, the years.
I mean, I guess the lights there over there in town.
Oh
where
yeah,
we go,
so
those,
yeah.
that's fun. We, you know, last few years we've like had hot cocoa, and we would walk a good portion of it. It's too long to walk the whole thing.
It's like 5 blocks, right?
And
I mean,
it's not 5 continuous blocks. Yeah. You have to kind of zigzag, and it's just, so it's like probably, I mean, adults can walk it, but when you have little ones, they get cold, they get tired.
Yeah, it does
and
get
then you
really
end up
cold.
Carrying them. And,
yeah, it does get really cold here in Oregon. So yeah, I mean, my teens would probably do fine, but and almost my 6-year-old probably can do it. She's almost at that age where she's kind of.
The last mile and a half, she'd end up on my shoulders.
Yeah, so, which is hard for Daddy, but.
Well, she's getting too big for it a
She's
little bit.
getting too big for it. So yeah, that's really fun. Yeah, we do like hot cocoa, and I'll make the kids hot cocoa. Sometimes we'll go to Starbucks, or we'll just make the kids hot cocoa, and we go to the Dollar Tree and get the like little reusable cups, make them their own hot cocoa with whipped cream and all that, and then my husband and I will do hot cocoa or like coffee, or sometimes we'll just drive through Starbucks and get coffee, and we'll like turn on the Christmas music, full blast, roll down all the windows, have everybody bundled up because it's cold, and drive it, or we'll walk it. So yeah, I really love doing that. It's fun. It's super awesome. So the second question is favorite Christmas childhood memory. So, okay, this is gonna show my age, but I got Cricket one year for Christmas, and a doll that talks to you, it's freaky. And then Chucky came out, like, what is it?
Like a year or two later.
And then I was like, no, we need to throw this doll in the garbage. She's gonna come back and she's gonna like kill me or something. But oh, Cricket, I loved her. I got her for Christmas, and I got all the accessories, like all of her extra clothes, and she had like a little, what is it, cassette tape in the back, and you put it in there, and she'd play, and her eyes would move, and her mouth would move, and I loved her. That was like the best Christmas ever. I took her in my room and we talked and we just had tea parties, and yeah, that was my favorite, I mean, kind of memory that really stands out is when I got my Cricket doll. Which, I mean, she was so cool. Yeah. I wish I still would have kept her. Darn Checky, why'd you have to do that? Why'd you have to ruin that doll for me? But oh yeah, I was scared to death. I wanted her out of the house, like fast. Yeah.
Were you scared?
I was scared. I was like, oh gosh, she didn't come and like.
I'm trying to think. What's what's a good one?
I don't know. I wasn't in your childhood.
Like at my grandma's house when we would do all that stuff, and once we got to a certain age, no, we didn't do gifts really. We did ornaments. Everyone would get like an ornament, like a special ornament that maybe reminded them of you or something like that. But we had this character in our family named Randy. There's no Randy in my family, but Randy would always leave
like a white elephant?
Like a gag gift, yeah. So there would be like 3 or 4 gifts that Randy would buy for other people, which, you know, was a little, you know, ornery in nature, you know?
And you never knew if you were going to get a Randy gift.
You didn't know if you were getting a Randy.
I remember this. Yeah, I started dating you about that time, right?
No, this started a few years.
Was it?
Like, well, yeah, because I was in my 20s.
Oh, okay.
You know. But it started, once I think me and my sister were kind of the younger of the bunch. There was some younger great-grandchildren, and they still got toys, but the majority of us, we just started trading ornaments, and then, you know, and then we started trading Randy gifts, and pretty soon it became a thing where Randy got everybody something.
that was fun. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely fun. Number 3 is, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Oh, you guys. Okay, so my favorite and this kind of brings back childhood too, is the Santa Claus. Is it called the Santa Claus?
The Tim Allen?
No, not the Tim Allen one.
Or Santa Claus, which,
the old school, like in the 80s, not that old
with
school.
Dudley Moore and John Lithgow.
And then it has like the elves. What's it called? Was it the Santa Claus?
I think it was just called Santa Claus.
Santa
I don't think
Claus.
It was the Santa Claus. I think it's just Santa Claus.
I'll find it and I'll leave the information down in the description box below. But it was so magical because Santa would come and he got picked like out of nowhere, and he came down and like all the little elves were like working. It looked like a real workshop, like real Santa workshop. I just love that movie. That's like one of my ultimate favorite Christmas movies. Along with, Rudolph. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I love. But those, I think, are my top 2, like, Christmas movies. I love them all. Mm-hmm. I love them all. It's so hard to pick.
Right. Well, A Christmas Story was my big one. We watched that for as long as I can remember, you know, and, like, that's kind of the family movie, but, like, a Christmas movie for me, the one I really loved was Scrooged. With Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah.
I love Scrooged. It's so... You can't beat Bill Murray.
Right.
You know,
oh, my God. He's great. Yeah. Those are good.
Those are good. Okay,
so number 4 is, what does Christmas mean to me? And it's just being with family. I love just... It's such a pretty time. Like, everywhere you go, there's, like, Christmas lights on the house. Like, all the stores are decorated. There's, like, little window displays. It's just really magical. And it just, I don't know, it's just a happy time. It seems like a lot more people are happy. And I feel like people need to have that kind of spirit the whole year round. And all the giving and just the caring and just sharing and just all that stuff. I wish it was all year round, because that's why I love Christmas. It's such a magical time of year, and I wish we would just do it all year long. Like, have Christmas all year long, you know? So that's what it means.
I'm going to echo that. Just everyone, how everyone's, you know, their courtesy for other people goes up. They're, you know, thinking of other people. They like, you know, the littlest things, you know, they buy your coffee ahead of you.
Oh, yeah.
So you're in line and they realize everybody's stressed out, and then you get up there and you're like, oh, what, you know, they bought your coffee for you. And it's like, oh, and that just puts you in a good mood.
Oh, yeah.
And then you put someone else in a good mood, and it really does trickle down. I mean,
Yeah.
it does. It's that, you know, yeah. I mean, it's just about family.
Yeah.
It really is just about family and friends and you know, letting people know you care.
Yeah,
you
which
know?
is so important. I think people need to hear that all the time, not just once a year, but all the time. And I think it would be a lot better.
Yeah, I think, you know, keeping in touch with people is real important, you know, and definitely, I mean, I make a lot of phone calls at Christmas time. I try to keep in touch with anybody that, you know, will still talk to me, and you know, but I try to do that all year round though.
Right.
Keep in touch with people because, you know, I mean, I have friends that like I can not talk to them all year long. I can make a phone call and we just like we were talking like 20 minutes ago. You know, we know what's going on, and you know we're all busy, and you know, but trying to keep in touch, trying to, you know, keep an idea of what's going on in people's lives, so you have a, you know, keep that connection.
Yeah, it's super important. So you should do that all year long. So the last question is, what are some alternatives to a traditional Christmas meal? So we have quite a few of them. So I did a video, was it last year, I think, on our homemade mac and cheese. Now this comes from my husband's side. It was not Christmas or really any holiday without homemade mac and cheese. I made a video, so I'll leave that down in the description box below. And I know a lot of you guys have been making it and you love it, and it's been one of your family kind of like traditions too, so that makes me so happy because you guys, it is so good.
Yep.
It's so good. It is so good. So if you like, and I'm not a big mac and cheese type of girl, but man, I have to have that every time. Yeah. And it's easy to make, so that we do sangria every year, so for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and even, I think even New Year's, right?
Well, the Christmas one we usually just kind of keep going till New Year's.
Right. We make a big jug. It is so good.
It's like a 3-gallon
It is so good, you guys. And I made a video on that, so I'll leave that down in the description box below. I made several of those, so I'll leave those. But oh, a good sangria is awesome. And then instead of like your turkey or
ham or something like that, we normally do, like, this is the one time a year we kind of spring for like a prime rib, and we do it up nice. You know, I've grilled it before, but most of the time we bake it in the oven, and we've tried different things, but yeah.
So good. So yeah, prime rib. So yeah, it's basically just prime rib. We'll have like scalloped potatoes. And then we do green beans and bacon, and then that's pretty much really it, because we're just, our family, we moved out of state, so everybody is in a different state, and so we just have the 6 of us, and we make a little meal, and we do PJs all day for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Like, I don't get out of my PJs. I mean slippers, and those 2 days we just kind of we pretty much lock up in the house, really, and just like do games.
We'll do games. We'll watch Christmas movies. We'll, you know, just hang out. You know, prepare for the day, the next day. You know, like, all right, well, we need to do this and we need to do that. So get ourselves ready for the meal to cook tomorrow, and make it. We usually make some kind of snack setup for Christmas Eve. We'll have like cheese and salami, crackers, or
chips and salsa,
stuff. You know, just little things to kind of pick on it, and standing around the, you know, the island or whatever, and, you know, just kind of talking and enjoying each other's company.
Yeah, that's what we do. So yeah, it's really easy, simple, but definitely just all about family and food and
sparkling cider for
the kids, and sangria and movies. Alright, you guys, that was it for my video. Thank you guys so much for taking out the time and watching this video. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscription button on the way out and click the little bell so you are notified. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.